Hello. Hopefully you can see and hear us. We are waiting for our staff to get our notes to share our screen, please. So they aren't seeing it, so hopefully they're hearing it right now. Bear with us just a moment. In the meantime, we'll give the introductions. I am Jill DeWitt. This is my partner, Stephen Jack Butala. In case you're finding us for the first time in the general public on Facebook or YouTube, we're here for just a few minutes with you to learn a little bit about us. Maybe they got it now. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we got it. That did it. When Dad says we need my screen here. But we are Land Academy and House Academy and several other things. But this is our time every week that we get together with our members. They're in a separate closed environment where we can communicate and look at deals and chat and things like that. But thank you. Herbert's even noticing they're catching up here today. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, thank you, Herbert, for letting them know. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about what we do here, talk a little bit about current events. Jack always has some news things and some stuff, and maybe a deal to look at or a question to answer. Some good stuff inside our world as land investors. And then after a few minutes, we will close it up and get to the meat of it within our group. So
we bought a new rig.
did you put pictures of it up here?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
it's not a replacement rig, but we're leaving tomorrow to go out in it and test it for all this stuff, Starlink and everything else. So you will see a new background. It's much smaller and it allows us to get into national parks. It's not a replacement. It's just an addition. And might be great, might not. We'll see.
So if you're following me on like my Facebook, that's the easiest, Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to try to post, and there's one primary account. You'll see it. Go to that one with the most people on it on me. And I'll try to link it to you too. I'm going to try to post some pictures of it this weekend when we're out. So
excellent.
You can see it. It'll be fun. Oh, cool.
Let's get the show started.
All right. So here's our question of the week from the community at large. What's the most effective way to build credibility as a new land investor?
I can answer.
Go for it.
Get an amazing deal.
I'd say first of all, make sure everything links. When people look you up, make sure it ties. Your letter goes out. You're a land investor. If they Google you, they're going to look up your .com. Are you there? And there's a good landing page.
The seller is.
Yeah, the property owner when the offers go out. So can they see you, and does it all tie? Does your social media things and your LinkedIn and everything say investor in there? And maybe land investor, be real specific about that. What else is there? Yeah, deal flow.
For a million years, this whole industry worked without social media extremely well, and it still does. The difference is this: when you send a mailer out and you have a .com on there, they're going to check out on the internet. The potential sellers are, and that's what Jill means by social media. But for a million years, we would buy land and put it in the classified ads in a newspaper, or put it, in my case, on eBay. And so there wasn't a lot of research, Google-driven research or anything like that. So you don't have to worry so much about credibility as a seller in any way. You just have to put up enough internet presence, even if it's just a landing page, to get the person who's opening that letter to see if they want to contact you. That's it.
That's who you're concerned about.
You're going to get one great deal under your belt, or one deal. Make sure that first one really counts, and it's off to the races.
Perfect. Question. Okay, so coming up, of course, our podcast still 5 days a week. And next week too, this is going to be really, really cool. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there as an attendee also at this event next week. So January 22nd at 4:00 Pacific time, 7:00 Eastern time. This is closed for members, by the way. So I'm trying to hold back a sneeze. Sorry.
Here you go.
Well, that won't hold it back. Thank
No,
you.
it'll stop you from sneezing on
Kleenex for you. What'd you just hand me?
something that you should never sneeze in.
Like, is there motor oil in that? Great. That's what you want to hand your girl. A rag with motor oil on it.
Gunpowder on it.
That's what it is. Thank you. Thank you. I have the nice fluffy Kleenex about it. But it's going to be AI and land investing. So that will be a fun topic for next week. All the different ways I'm sure that you can use it, probably things you haven't even thought of. So very excited. LA Pro, we're getting together next week. And of course, our weekly member call happens every Thursday at this time.
Let's look at a deal that happened in late 2023 for one of our members. If I get a parcel fact, the website Jill and I created a lot of years ago to make it easier to pull up the information that we need. Go to page 87. Spartanburg, South Carolina. This is a property that one of our members purchased for about 20,000 bucks.
Just kind of showing you what's possible.
This is a typical Land Academy deal and sold for 48 in late 2023. Of course, the acquisition price doesn't show up because where they bought it directly from the seller without their involvement. But you can see this is just a regular deal for us.
I love it. By the way, this agent did a good job. Look how many.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to point this out too, though. This nowadays, I find a lot. Have you noticed this too? I find a lot of agents taking down many of the photos after property is sold. So it's not necessarily an indication of how good it looked when they posted it. So don't be alarmed by that. But this one shows the many photos that she had posted back then. Well, look at that. She double-ended it. Bought with, sold with. So good. Good for her. That's the kind of agent you want, by the way. She brought her own buyer in.
Right.
So this is really good.
Realtor.com has not, they're no longer, at least so far, doing what we usually look at, providing the statistics that they usually do. Yeah. They're doing videos and stuff. So I don't know if that's permanent. It doesn't matter for us because we'll get the information somehow.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a 2025 thing or
they're
maybe
just behind.
Maybe who's in charge of that is working from home and they're not working.
This work from home thing is an inside, well,
it's a hot topic around here.
Yeah.
Those of you who know us long enough know that we pivot from real estate agent to the state of California and now to work from home.
Yeah.
What else? We've had all kinds of little hot topics that come up, little buttons.
If you want a big, huge work from home advocate, I would encourage you to own your own company.
Yes.
And you can do whatever you want. Otherwise, I think it's probably, would make most sense for everybody to sit looking at each other and get up in the morning, have some coffee, dress up.
And get
or
stuff done.
Just get dressed. And focus on one thing.
That's pretty. That should have been a Saturday Night Live skit, like someone coming and work from home, in their pajamas, coming to the office carrying a laundry basket.
I saw a picture on the internet along this topic. You can tell this is a thing with us now. With all the reindeer with their arms crossed like this, and a guy with a clipboard walking over to Santa saying they want to work from home.
Oh,
that's what I think of working from home.
That's good. All right, back to the numbers.
This is a different way to look at what we always, what we've looked at for years on this Thursday call. The changes week over week and year over year. This is last month, December 24, year over year, and then month over month. So median listing price, surprisingly pretty close, pretty flat. Average listing price, it's gone down. Yeah. Square feet don't matter. Active listing count went from 700, there's 100 and almost, 170,000, 60,000 properties in addition to on the market.
Than this time last year.
That's a
Than
lot.
last.
And it went down month over month. Median days pretty dramatically increased year over year, and new listing count about the same, pretty flat, went down month over month. That's listings that have not sold, in my opinion. They just expired. There's a ton of property, a ton of inventory just sitting there. Increased price.
I love this. Oh, I'm sorry. I love the next one.
Price reduced.
Price. What do they call a price improvement? That's what I see agents put on there. When the price goes down, they market price improvement.
That's an interesting choice of words.
That's what they say. I'm like,
aren't they supposed to be representing the seller?
Exactly. It's not an improvement for the seller. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Price reduced. So we've seen, this is a substantial number of price reductions. These are huge price reductions.
This is why
this is 20 almost 30% of the active listings have price reductions.
We are constantly saying, can you get it cheaper? And those of you who have submitted deals to me in the last 2 weeks, I'm like, we need to really look at this price. We're nuts if we go in it at that. You got to get it for this kind of thing.
If you send 10,000 units out, you're gonna have a lot to choose from. As long as you carefully choose, as we have instructed, where to send mail.
Good numbers. Thank you.
That's about it.
Cool.
We're ready to look. We've got a couple of deals here in the Q&A. This is your time. If you're going through the program right now, we have a bunch of new people because it's January. If you're going through the program, this is your time to ask us anything. If you're up against a wall on selling property, dream up the most difficult questions that you can dream up, and we'll happily walk you through it. Whatever you're going through, we've either gone through it or we're going through it now with you.
Exactly.
So please let us know.